Well, hey everyone, it's HeapCVA. Hello and welcome to my channel. Hopefully you like these kind of firefighter videos. This evening I've got my new firefighting simulation game up, and this is the number 2 video for the Emergency Call 112 game, or Notruf 112. It's a firefighting simulator type game. So here we are again, if you've seen the others, in the dispatch. And I'll go ahead and start so we can load and get into the game itself. Now, I had been, and I just found out yesterday, there's a door right here. Hello. Instead of going all the way around, is that I was trying to stay at one position through several incidents. If I do that, there may be incidents I don't get to do anything, and you just stand there. And I found out the hard way that you can lock an incident to where nothing happens, and the incident never gets resolved. So I have to revisit my original decision and say that we'll listen to the incidents and we'll respond. And then based on what we find, I think the smart thing to do is take the position that does the most for us in the long run. So right now I'm on the water tender. That's what this assignment is. And I'll just stay on that and stay as this person until the alarm goes off. And it almost seems like you have to go upstairs in order for the alarm to go off. And thank goodness you run right through people. I mean, if you didn't, you might knock this guy down. So anyway, we have a fire for the water tender, which is cool. There's not a whole lot of positions that I have to choose. So we'll go downstairs and get on the water tender. You know, one thing easy about that is there's not a lot of decisions that need to be made. So I'm looking to see which door is open. So it's this unit over here. There's only 2 of us, so we'll go ahead and just get going. Yo, let's go. I'll let him drive. Hopefully he's better than the other guy. So it's what they call a waste fire. So here it's probably a trash fire. It's all good. Little zigzagging through traffic. And see where this thing's at. The response is kind of cool. I guess I could be the driver. My concern with that is it's already happened to me once where I decided to drive and I couldn't change back. And so I couldn't take the other position to do what I wanted to do in the incident. So if I'm going to be the driver, in my mind, I'm just going to be the driver. So, that doesn't look like a trash fire to me. That's a slinger. Go to the marked area. Hit the rabbit at hose unit. So we are getting to do some firefighting. That's pretty cool that you could be on the big bad fire truck and not get anything but oil spills, and you get on the 2-man rig and You have fires to put out, which is pretty neat. These must be plastic bins because it melted them. Water off, that's it. Weep, weep. All right. Go to roller gate. Put this away. He's loading everything back up. And in the rig we go. Pretty cool. So, excuse me. Anyway, my thought process is I just got lucky and just have to already be assigned to this particular rig. But we'll just kind of play the assignments by ear. I got to know them all anyway. Obviously, the funnest assignments certainly are the ones where you're squirting water. The angle that it makes the character turn is kind of weird to me, but you never know. I will have to say that if my voice sounds a little weird, I've been under the weather for 4 days. Today is the first day I've really felt halfway decent. So I'm still having to clear my throat a lot. And I'm on 3 or 4 medicines to try to get rid of this. I want to be done before I see the family for the holidays. And I don't want to give anybody anything. I missed a party for a friend of mine that's just had a birthday because I was sick and I didn't want to spread my virus around. Didn't know if it was something anybody could catch, but why take a chance? You never know anymore. So right back to the fire station we go. Let's see how he does parking. In the last video, you know, we cut out before we got back to the station. The driver of the vehicle, instead of pulling up and doing like this one does, where he's turning out and then backing up, did something that I can't describe as well, but I'm going to use it as the end of this video to show you how pathetic it was. So you will get to see that. I probably won't say anything, but you will see it. It's going to be the end of the video. I have to edit it to get it on there. So just so you know, so you hang on to the end of the video. It was unexpected, that's for sure. So anyway, we're back upstairs. You know, I don't know what time it is, so we can go see what time it is. That's 9:30. That took a while. So get a cup of coffee. Oh, there's no creamer. What good is that? Ah, forget it then. There's no soda machines here like there is in the States. They just don't want the guys to drink soda pop. There's nothing on the marker board. So what I'm going to do is, rather than me stand here and try to fill the air with talking while we wait for something to happen, is I'll cut out, and if we get an alarm, I'll be back so that we, never mind. We're going to a small conflagration. It's already been said, and I probably don't need to say anything, is that don't freak out over the terminology conflagration if you're in the States. That's just the word that they use for a fire. And it doesn't mean that the whole town is on fire. Okay, so it's the far-sided one again. I wish this thing turned differently. All right. I ought to stay in this rig more often. I've got more interesting stuff on this than I have any of the others. We're only 9 minutes into this video. I've had 2 calls. So here we are. Watch out. Eventually they'll have to work on the traffic in this game. Well, we didn't have to go very far, did we? Okay, so the bus stop is ripping. So we'll pull off. Looks Looks like we're going to go get a beacon. There's got to be a thing for this somewhere. I'm looking, thank goodness for that dot. You wouldn't know what to do. Alright. Looks like I got to do 2 of them. At least we didn't have to go very far. We're in the... Alright, we'll get these out. I don't know why we don't have 2 of those other ones, but okay. You better run fast, dude. Alright, got that going. Now we can go pull a hose line. Apparently the engineer is not allowed to touch the hose and to start working on the fire while you're doing everything else. Only I'm allowed to do that. And I'm not complaining. Alright, pull a reel line off. We'll get real close to this thing. Get right in here. Get right in there. If you hit the control button, you actually kneel. If you didn't already knew that. Trying to figure out what's better to be on the inside or the outside. Kind of a little bit of both. So here's the one-person view. I don't remember if I did this in the last video or not. I don't remember. So must have did it because he's telling me to put the hose away. So another conflagration taken care of. So get the long distance beacon. The interesting name. Put it back on the rig. My driver's got the other one, which apparently he can only pick them up. He can't set them out. That's okay. I know what they're trying to do. So, you need to do anything else? So go to the vehicle door. I think that's what it says. Yeah, vehicle door. All in one word. I don't know that that's German. It just might be a word that's been inadvertently squished together. I guess we got to go a ways to go around the block. There's no flipping a U-turn in the middle of the street, apparently. Or in any parking lot or whatever. So they do definitely stop back a distance from the intersection. So, but it's cool that we're getting some incidents. I hope that they continue to work on this game over time and it doesn't get to a point and just kind of get left behind. You know, it's, you know, as much as there's a difference and there's distance between us here that are interested in firefighting simulations that may or may not have been in the fire service or are in the fire service. In Germany, the same people, you can tell that they have very much the same idea, the same thought process that we do here with Emerge NYC or Emerge Emergency and what we hope happens with it. Many of us have been firefighters. And then this is just, you know, if you've been a firefighter, you know that thing about once it's in your blood, it never really leaves. I think police officers say the same thing. EMS probably say the same thing. it's once it gets in your blood, it's tough to get out. And so little things like this are a taste of those times. If you're not doing it anymore, if you retired or you were injured and you can't do the job anymore, whatever the reason is, you know, this is a little bit of that. And I kind of like the fact that I get to try it out in a different country. Every country has its own way of doing things. Like I just got back from Italy, and it seemed to me like the fire stations were almost hidden. There was this not very much signage to tell you where everything was. And really, in almost 3 weeks, I saw one fire truck. I saw some vehicles, you know, maybe inspectors or something like that. Did I see pumpers, their version of a pumper, or any type of larger fire apparatus? One in Rome. And that was it. Now, I can say that, well, they don't have very many incidents there and you just don't see them. But I don't think that's necessarily the issue. So I have a building fire. I'm going to choose attack squad leader this go around and see if that changes things for me. I'm still a redhead, but everybody goes, as they would say in New York. I don't know what the German translation of that is, but I'll just say ach and leave it at that. So get on the pumper and let's see if... Now, I'm going as that position, but I will change the position if necessary. Obviously, the water tender's not going. I don't see either water tender. So maybe I want, you know, I wonder if it's a small fire, if they take staffing off of this engine to staff the water tender to put the small fire out, you know. And then if it's a bigger incident, you get back on the big fire truck. It's a game, for crying out loud. It's not like they're going to tell me that. I wonder where we're going, though. It said building fire, but it wasn't very descriptive. So as we look here, I don't see any smoke. No. Don't know which building we're going into. A lot of times the doors are open. So waiting on an ambulance. Okay, so let's find out who's who in the zoo. So he's staring at that door there. So they are putting hose lines out. There goes the guy to set up the hydrant. They're putting some hose lines down. Still waiting for an assignment. So he's getting ready to pump. I want to see what he's doing too, so I have an idea of, okay, green is discharge. So there's the hydrant line. Getting a supply line. Okay, still watching. So it looks like we got that. I'm waiting to see. Okay, okay, so what I'm going to do is swap to F4. All right, so now we're going to go here, and we're going to go check all the doors. It's not that one. Somebody left a mess on the floor. You don't even want to know what that was all about. Smoke and fire showing. So we'll get down, advance, and knock that down. Trying to get in this cupboard here. That didn't exactly work the way I wanted it to. I can knock this or fog it a little bit. Trying to get in the space there to see if it'll go out. Whoa, sorry about that. Didn't mean to do that, as usual. That plant is in the way. I'll get closer because it's really the only way I can get in here to knock these fires down. And I'm going to lose it and get it going on several fronts if I don't get this fire knocked down. Oh, good. Getting some headway on it. Go a little slower. If I can get it to go in down inside of there. I don't know if I can really. There we are, starting to get a little bit of a just this little corner right here. I'll stand back. Maybe that'll get me some space. See, I let it get away from me again. And we jetted that. But it doesn't really knock it out. So we just seem to keep getting it to a point and then losing it. Alright, come on. Just give me credit for putting it out. That'd be nice. I saw it somewhere. Yep, right there. Okay. I just want to make sure that we didn't get it spread. So it goes, go to C hose line and remove. So it looks like we got the knockdown on that fire. So we'll go back out here and hit the E button. Remove C hose end. Okay, he's going to put that away. Go back to this. Let's go to C end, which is connected to the pumper, I think. And again, maybe it's not. Who has it? And where does it go? Is it hooked? It's not hooked to anything. So I am following the hose. I'm not that silly. I'm trying to find the other end of this hose line. Trying to see underneath the pumper. It goes down this way. And disappears. So, you know what I'm going to do? F2. F2. And look at that. See, he's still looking for that piece of hose. Look at him. He's actually stuck, not knowing what to do. Now I'm still waiting for this direction. If I pick this end of the hose up, instead of, you know, it dragging with me, it stretches like a rubber band. But he's kind of messed up, and there's not a thing that can be done. Because this doesn't help me at all. And if I go over here, see, the other end won't come to me. And it's not giving me the opportunity to pick up anything else. So, sadly, we're to a point again, and I've had this issue a couple of times. Now, if somebody else knows the answer to this and can tell me, let me know. Because I am not finding an answer that will give me what I need. If you look at where that line is going, it's literally stuck in the duals of the pumper. But if you come over here, it's actually behind it. So if I take the B hose out, Q, and I put it down, see, I don't see, and there's nothing there. You can't get any further down. So why don't we do this? Is we're much further than I wanted to be anyway. So let's call this video 2. I'll edit it a little bit, and we'll call it a day or an evening, and say that I'll keep working on this game and keep working on things, and keep your fingers crossed that they keep updating things, and I'll see if there's anything I can do to get better play out of it in the next video. So, excuse me. That being said, I hope you're having a great day or a great night wherever you are on the face of the planet. Let me make this into a video with the little end piece from the last video of how the driver was trying to park that vehicle, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good one. Where are you going? I don't think he knows. You can't go forward anymore. On that high note,